everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, a little bit late because, well, looky here, we have the mini-set announcement a couple days earlier than expected. Rather madness, craziness, it's kind of fitting, as Yogg Saron's chaos will be unleashed with the Fall of Ulduar mini-set, and I'm going to be doing our usual giveaway. We're going to start off giving away 2 mini-sets out of my pocket. All you have to do to enter that giveaway, like, comment on this video, and be subscribed to the channel every 1,000 subs until the mini set comes out, which, by the way, will be next Tuesday as predicted. I got the date right. September 19th, I will add another mini set to that giveaway, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So as written here, the old god was locked away, but we should have known its prison would not hold. Yogg Saron's influence has been corrupted, corrupting the tavern since the beginning, and now its full power is unleashed. This is the end of the Age of the Titans. This is the fall of Ulduar. I don't know, I'm probably mispronouncing that. Again, you can always correct me. That could be your giveaway comment. Correct me on how I'm saying that wrong. But yes, it'll launch for the usual deal, $15, 2,000 gold. There'll be 38 cards, 4 legendaries, epic, 17 rares, and 16 commons. But we got some cards early, so let's get a review cap on, go over these cards, and we'll do our review for them right now. And starting off, we have a neutral legendary Cho'Gall Twilight Chieftain, a 6 mana, 6/7 legendary. Well, we know those are very good stats for the cost. It has taunt and lifesteal, power creeping the boulder, although it dies the Black Knight, so it's obviously way worse. However, start of game, there's a 25% chance to corrupt the game with a random anomaly. That's right, anomalies just came to Battlegrounds. They're also coming to Hearthstone. What does that mean? Well, it says Cho'Gall corrupts the game with a random anomaly. The anomaly effect is revealed prior to your mulligan and activates after the mulligan, but before the first turn is taken. At launch, there will be 20 anomalies, each with an equal chance of corrupting the game, including, these are 3 examples. So you could have both players start with Yogg Saron in their opening hand. Both players can start with 2 more drawn cards, or reduce the cost of all cards in both players' starting hands by 1. So it's kind of just madness. It seems to be double-sided. It could go more in your favor, it could go more in your opponent's. It might not activate at all. Doesn't seem like a great card. It seems like a meme card. However, if you're both holding this card and you both corrupt it, you could have multiple anomalies going online, if I understand correctly. But let's say nobody plays this card. Let's say it's terrible, because, by the way, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. I don't think you're playing it, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But maybe let's say it's not good enough. In addition to Cho'Gall's effect, anomalies will be active in all games. So we're going to be dealing with this every game. I'm guessing Standard, Wild, I don't know about Twist, but at least Standard and Wild, you would think, for the first week after the launch of patch 27.4. Might explain that whole Yogg board interaction, right? After that 1 week period, anomalies will then be active in 25% of games until patch 28.0. So there's going to be anomalies in your game until the next expansion comes out. 28.0 is the next expansion release, like when they load it into the game. So we're gonna have anomalies for a while. Whether you like them or not, you're gonna have to deal with them. We'll see how it goes. They don't look like super duper impactful, but should be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And basically it also says if you or your opponent, or both of you, or both of you, have Cho'Gall in your decks during these event periods, there's a chance your game will be corrupted by 2 anomalies at once. So I don't know if that means if you both have it, that it won't be able to have 2, but regardless, it should be a lot of fun. I imagine, I hope. These don't look incredibly broken like the mana cheat one, but there's 20 of them. We'll see if we can get a full list of them at some point. But yeah, I don't think this is a card you're seriously hard running. It's a 25% chance or 75% chance outside of this event, right? That it's just kind of like a dead card in your opener. Like a 6-mana 6/7 taunt lifesteal is okay, but you're never putting that in your deck, right? And if you're going for the fun of a random anomaly, I just don't see it being a competitive card. I see it being a really fun card, right? Hopefully fun. Hopefully these anomalies are fun. The 3 they showed look fun to me, but you never know, right? I just don't see it being competitive. So I will give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. But again, it's more of like, I just don't think it's super competitive, but I do think the flavor's really cool, really fun. And they only revealed 1 neutral legendary. Be aware, there's always 2 from the mini set, so there's still a chance at a neutral Titan. We don't know. Maybe it's Yogg himself, but he is involved in here, so maybe that's their way of getting Yogg into this mini set. But we still have 1 more neutral legendary. We do have a few more cards though. We have So Chaos with Yogg Saron's Tendrils. Yogg Saron has sunk its tendrils deep into the Azeroth and throughout the Fall of Ulduar mini set. Chaotic Tendril is a card from the mini set, and there are ways to generate more of them for more chaos. Tendrils have a battle cry that casts bigger and bigger spells as Yogg's influence grows. So it starts as a 1-mana 1/1 battle cry, cast a random 1-cost spell, improve your future tendrils. So the next one should be a 2-cost spell, 3-cost spell, 4-cost spell. It's only 1, and if history has taught me anything, 1 random spell is never great. We had that whole like the 5/4 for mage that they recently buffed in twists that casts 1 spell, 5 or more. And it's just like, it really rarely feels like enough unless it's like it improves the amount of spells, but it only quantifies the 1. So typically the improved number is the one that's not spelt out. So it's going to be the cost spell. It could be okay, but unless you have a lot of ways to improve these, which you probably not, considering it's a mini set, I do think it's more of just a meme card. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild again, but you never know. These effects have proven to be busted at times. I just feel like 1 spell is never quite enough, but maybe you're playing it, bouncing it, doing shenanigans. Maybe then it's a little bit worth it. Shadow Step, right? 0 mana. This is 0 mana with the Shadow Step. Maybe there's like a rogue casino style thing that pops up from this. There's a shot, but I'm not sold on it. So I'll give it a 2 as well. And then we have the Hunter cards. Hunter reveals here. First, we have Twisted Frostwing, a 4-mana 3/3 rush. Death Rattle, summon a Chimera with stats equal to this minion's attack. So you get another 3/3. I don't see a token here. It doesn't say anything about it having rush itself. I don't think it would. Would be very reminiscent of like Restless Mummy, but better. Overall, like right away, you're getting another 3/3 guaranteed. Plus, there's ways to buff. It is a beast, right? And yeah, Lorthamar and all sorts of shenanigans. Could see some play, but again, seems kind of whatever to me. It's a lot of stats. It's a 4-mana 6/6, right? At the very end of the day. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 in Standard, 2 out of 5 in Wild. I think it could see play. It's just so much stats. And then you buff it at all. That's really good. And then you also have, to buff it. And plus you can buff it on the board, right? Like, let's say it survives, or you play it and you put a biscuit on it, it survives, or you put a biscuit on it and then it trades off, you get stuff. So there's a lot of good things going on for this card. I'll give it a 3. I think it sees play. Bestial Madness, a 2-mana shadow spell. This might be the first ever Hunter shadow spell. I'm not entirely sure, but it could be. 2 mana, give +1 attack to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. So you can buff up your King Crush, you can buff up Rushers, you can buff up your Hollow Hound to heal a bit more. For 2 mana, it does feel a bit weak, just 1 attack. And but when you're playing all those rush minions, you're playing aggressive stuff. Like you play the 1 mana spell that adds the 4/1s to your hand, then you play this, you have 5/1s, 3 of them. Is that good? Maybe. You probably just want to play them out and then play this, because they don't have to be in your hand. They could be anywhere, right? It's not permanent. Like whenever you summon a minion, it gets +1 attack. It's not like that, but I really can't feel like it's unimpactful. It's just one attack, but a constant like effect like this that you can play on turn 2 is a little bit scary. I will give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, a 2 out of 5 in wild. I think it might have a shot. I don't want to underrate it too much, but it could also just be like not worth it. But 2 mana permanent 1+1 attack buff on everything seems like a pretty decent deal for a pretty aggressive class. And then lastly, we have the Celestial Shot, 3 mana arcane spell, deal 3 damage. So this can go face, it can go anywhere. Your next spell has spell damage +2. So that goes really well into Arcane Hunter. It's just more burn. This is just more OTK, more damage for like Arcane Hunter. For the most part, you can buff this up as an arcane spell. You can see why they nerfed Arcane Hunter just before this mini set, as this is a really, really solid card in those decks. You can play this on 3, play the 4 mana Rusher spell, and get what? 2, you get 4 mana 12/12. That seems absolutely nuts. I'm giving this a 5 stars in standard. I feel like Arcane Hunter got an incredible card here, and you can just use this as reach in other decks. It just seems like a really, really insane card to me. I will give it a 3 in wild, where like Quest Hunter's kind of a thing. I don't know what you're playing it in wild, but at least in standard, it seems like a nutty card. So that's all the cards for now. I think there's still more reveals later today, so we might have another review later today, and get in on that giveaway. And let's see what Yogg's Chaos brings to the game. Anomalies, they look pretty crazy. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.